Our own Jason Linketz at Huffington Post, he writes, it's titled "No Labels, Punting on Gun Control Despite Calls to Action from Prominent Members." And he has some not so nice things to say about, let me pull this up. You guys can pull this up the control room. He writes, "No Labels just can't seem to get riled up about gun control. It does not want to take on a powerful lobby. It does not want to court any controversy. I guess it really doesn't like labels, even the labels that read, wants to limit the ability of people to slaughter others indiscriminately. What the group wants to do, it seems, is duck the matter as much as it can. It actually seems to care more about making lawmakers from both parties sit next to each other in Congress than it does about preventing another gun-enabled mass homicide rather."
And that's horse hockey. I mean, come on. First of all, I wish you could pull up my most recent Huffington Post editorial about guns, which I talk about the pragmatic approach, people focusing on data, focusing on progress. You got to be kidding me. This is exactly the right issue because you know what? 74% of NRA members agree with the pragmatic policies that would keep my city, make my city safer. Things like this that are insane to me, that you could be on the terrorist no-fly list in the United States of America. We suspect you so much of being a terrorist, we won't even let you get on a plane, but you can go to a gun show in the United States of America without doing a background check and buy a trunkload full of weapons. There's one thing we don't do in America. We do not, 40% of our gun sales are in secondary markets. Anybody who is a criminal in this country can easily buy a gun. Gun owners, over 80% of gun owners agree that should change. Over 74%, over 73% of NRA members believe that should change. It is the middle ground that if people came together and said, let's just do what people who own guns and are members of the NRA say is the right thing to do. And so what I say in my Huffington Post article is, why are we having false debates that really do exactly what No Labels is talking about? They firm up people on both sides so they can go back to the congressional district and say, I didn't give an inch on guns. And that, by the way, that's Republican or Democrat that can go ahead and say that. As opposed to saying, I found a way to keep cities like Newark, Oakland, Chicago, New York City much safer.